2 million Australians are at risk of developing brain injury through the amount of alcohol they drink. The Hangover for Life campaign says 6 standard drinks a day can lead to a permanent hangover.
A hard-hitting campaign called Hangover for Life is now being launched to try and raise awareness about alcohol abuse and how it's causing permanent brain damage.
Sonia Burton, thank you very much for your time. How much alcohol are we talking about here? How many drinks?
It's not unusual for people to ask how much is too much, when the question should really be how little is too much. Around 6 standard drinks per day for a male for a period of more than 8 years, and more than 3 standard drinks per day for a female for the same period of time.
Those standard drinks are a trick. I remember last year we did a story on what is considered a standard drink. What sometimes people pour at home as opposed to a standard drink was about, you know, half or 2/3 of what I was under the impression was a standard drink. So what is a standard drink?
That's right. It's 285 ml, say, of beer, so it's around a pot. It's only 100 mils of wine.
Well, Hangover for Life is a new campaign that's being launched today by Our Bias, and their General Manager, John Eyre, is hoping the campaign will highlight the issue of alcohol-related brain injuries. Good morning, John. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. It is really, really difficult to detect, and this is one of the reasons for Our Bias undertaking this national media campaign.
They start to lose their memories, they start to lose their problem-solving ability, they don't learn from their mistakes, their whole problem-solving abilities start to fall apart. As this develops, they become frustrated, they become angry and blame others.
Now enough Australians at risk of alcohol-related brain damage to fill 4,800 jumbo jets. That is a horrifying statistic.
It is a horrifying statistic, and that's what's prompted us to launch this media campaign. It's estimated that 1 in 8 Australians, which is equivalent to 2 million Australians, is drinking at levels that potentially puts them at risk of getting a brain injury.
Today, I rent my own unit. I drive my own car. I'm a father. I'm a pop. I'm a brother. I'm a son. And I'm a friend. Things I never thought possible as a brain-dead alcoholic 4 years ago.
The problem is, or one of the problems, is that the services to help people in this position are so limited. Now, we're very lucky that we have Our Bias, because it's the only organisation that's dedicated to helping people with an alcohol-related brain injury.
The first time many Australians learnt of alcohol-related brain injury was last month, when a group called Our Bias launched its Hangover for Life campaign.
We were not expecting the reaction that we got this week at the launch of the Hangover for Life campaign. It really completely blew us away.
We're not saying you can't drink.
Just in moderation.
We're saying, like everything, do
word.
it sensibly, keep a check on yourself, become more aware, because you have enormous things to lose in life. Yeah.
Great advice and good to meet you.
Hangoverforlife.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done.
To rustle it up. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this Sunday is the Red Shield Appeal door knock. So the salvos are going to be coming round to your place. I urge you to give generously. They're helping out hundreds of thousands of Australians in need. The theme this year is we're all in this together.
Say this before we finish. The Red Shield Appeal is on. It is on this Saturday, the 19th, goes through the 27th of May. So when they knock on the door, give a couple of dollars. Fev can get some money for his fine. Surely he can give to the Red Shield Appeal. Or you can register as a volunteer. Call 13-SALVOS, 137258, or log on to the website as well, www.salvationarmy.org.au.
Welcome back to 10's Morning News. Well, Australia is seeing a period of prosperity, but there are still hundreds of thousands of Australians doing it very tough. And that's where the Salvation Army and their Red Shield Appeal comes in. Supporting this year's appeal is former Defence Force Chief Peter Cosgrove, who joins us now here in the studio. Good morning, General Cosgrove. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Natasha.
Now, why are you so passionate about this cause?
Well, over my long military career, I saw the Salvos in operation supporting us troops all over the place. And of course, knowing as they were doing that back here in Australia, they were doing wonderful work day in, day out for people at risk or who were disadvantaged. They are just a mighty organisation, and every soldier is drawn to help them whichever way we can.
It's the time of the year when we're asked to dig deep for the annual Red Shield door knock appeal. This year, the Salvation Army is hoping to raise $64 million.
All right, well, the Salvo's Red Shield appeal will grace the nation's doorsteps this weekend, and we're all being asked to give generously.
It is a great cause, and this year General Peter Cosgrove will be leading the Army of Volunteers.
Everywhere in Australia, people are either helping disadvantaged Australians or financially and in other material ways helping, and this weekend we can prove it yet again.
It's special because next Saturday and Sunday is, in my belief, one of the most important appeals that we have anywhere in the world. It's Red Shield Day. And I know one thing about having done a lot of work for the Salvos over the years. They don't mind just saying, you know, of all the groups, it's the Salvos that really do everything. But they probably get a little tired of that because they know that is the case, because they're very generous people, very generous souls who, as I say, are there where help is needed of any kind.